On November 30th, 2024, the world watched as President-elect Donald Trump made a shocking announcement. He threatened to impose a 100% tariff on all goods from BRICS nations. This powerful bloc of countries includes Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Trump's message was clear: any attempt to challenge the US dollar's dominance would be met with swift and severe consequences. The announcement sent shockwaves through the global financial market. The US dollar, long considered the world's reserve currency, faced a new challenger. BRICS nations, with their growing economic might, were serious about creating a new currency. Trump, known for his aggressive stance on trade, viewed this as a direct threat to American economic interests. The tariff threat marked a significant escalation in tensions between the US and BRICS. It signaled Trump's intention to pursue an America-first policy. This policy prioritizes American economic interests, even if it means disrupting global trade and alienating allies. Trump's decision to target BRICS was strategic. The bloc's recent expansion, welcoming nations like Iran and Saudi Arabia, solidified its position as a counterweight to Western influence. Trump's message was clear: the US would not allow its economic dominance to be challenged. The BRICS alliance has been steadily gaining momentum, challenging the established global order. What began as a loose association of emerging economies in 2009 has transformed into a formidable force. In 2024, BRICS welcomed 8 new members, including oil-rich nations like Saudi Arabia and the UAE. This expansion sent a clear signal: BRICS is here to stay, and is actively seeking to reshape the global financial landscape. One of the primary goals of this expansion is to diminish reliance on the US dollar. For decades, the dollar has reigned supreme as the world's reserve currency. This gives the US significant leverage in international trade and finance. BRICS nations, particularly China and Russia, aim to change this dynamic. The creation of a new BRICS currency would have far-reaching implications. It could potentially reduce the dollar's influence and offer an alternative to the Western-dominated financial system. This prospect has alarmed the US, leading to Trump's aggressive response. The battle between the US dollar and a potential BRICS currency is about more than just economics. It's a struggle for global influence and power in a rapidly changing world. The BRICS nations' push for a new currency is driven by a complex web of economic and geopolitical factors. Firstly, it reflects a growing desire among these nations to reduce their dependence on the US dollar. This dependence makes them vulnerable to fluctuations in the US economy and susceptible to American sanctions. Russia and China in particular have been vocal about their desire to challenge the dollar's dominance. Both countries have faced numerous sanctions from the US and its allies. A new currency, they believe, would provide them with greater economic sovereignty and reduce their vulnerability to Western pressure. Moreover, the creation of a new currency aligns with the broader geopolitical ambitions of BRICS nations. They seek to establish a multipolar world order. This order would challenge the long-standing dominance of the West and give a greater voice to emerging economies. The potential benefits of a new currency are clear for BRICS nations. Yet, the path to creating and implementing such a system is fraught with challenges. For it to succeed, it would require significant coordination and trust among member states. Trump's tariff threat against BRICS has sent ripples of uncertainty across the global market. The move has been met with a mix of condemnation and apprehension from world leaders and economists alike. Many fear that the tariffs could ignite a global trade war, disrupting supply chains and driving up prices for consumers worldwide. The potential economic fallout is significant. The US and China, two of the world's largest economies, are already locked in a trade war, and these new tariffs could exacerbate the situation. A full-blown trade war would have devastating consequences for both developed and developing economies. Beyond economics, the tariff threat has serious geopolitical implications. It signals a return to protectionist policies and a retreat from multilateralism. This approach could further strain relations between the US and its allies, many of whom are already wary of Trump's unpredictable foreign policy. The coming months will be crucial in determining how this situation unfolds. If Trump follows through with his threat, it could mark a turning point in global trade and geopolitics. It remains to be seen whether dialogue and diplomacy can avert a crisis, or whether the world is headed for a new era of economic and geopolitical rivalry.